Pong ito, Metro Plus AM 1044.
Checking in sa ating programa at 6 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock on a Friday get-together. I'm sure meron po kayong medyo kakaibang nararamdaman recently, especially those people who are still stuck at the airport and because of the Microsoft cloud problem na nangyari po recently. No? I think it happened early in the morning, sometime in the morning, because I also had a meeting through Microsoft Team, which we didn't have the chance to basically come up and continue with our conversation kanina. So we had to go through what we call, ano ba yung ano natin doon? Yung Zoom na lang, no? Sa lahat ng ating mga kasama. So, tuloy-tuloy tayo sa ating programa sa araw na ito. But before we go through anything, Tita Carrie, whose flight was supposed to be at 5. Remember, he was with us yesterday dito sa ating programa. And he was supposed to be with us exactly at around, what is it? He was supposed to take off around 5 something. At sinabi ko nga sa kanya, the likely scenario, the likelihood, tomorrow makakasama namin ikaw sa radyo is close to nil because you will end up, ang anticipation ko noon is that makakalabas siya sa airport ng mga bandang 7:30, 8. Then today is a Friday, punong-puno yung streets, no? So you'll end up technically you'll end up reaching home approximately, sabihin na natin, mga 10 o'clock na tapos na yung programa.
Yeah.
Little did I know, alas 8, nasa airport pa siya. So, I'd like you to hear his message sa atin. Hindi ko na po papanood yung video, but I'll place this one tomorrow and put it all together. No? You've seen what we posted earlier today, na kung saan marami po nag-aabang na ma-check-in po sila. All I can say is the checking in has started. Some of the terminals, yung tinatawag nilang kiosks, for our airline Cathay Pacific has been revived already. So there's been electronic things. But of course, since there's a backlog, of flights na hindi lumipad, and of course, then they have to do it manually. So slowly, as it progresses, ako para sa akin, it's better that sina Tita Carrie and family are actually still in Hong Kong in a bigger airport. And of course, maraming pwedeng puntahan, no? Sa loob. O pwedeng tulugan, ika nga. So, ito yung kanyang conversation as of 8 tonight.
Alas 8 na ho. Alas 8 na. Andito pa rin ho kami. Ay. 7:35. Nakalagay ho na boarding namin. Pero wala pa rin. Basta safe. Ayos lang. Okay lang ma-delay. Nangyayari naman yan sa lahat eh. Importante ho makauwi ng safe. Yun. Kaya doon sa mga nakakaranas na ma-delay yung flight, no? Huwag po kayong maiinis. Huwag kayong magagalit. Dahil doon sa ibang lugar, ibang bansa, ganyan din ho. Mas masaol pa nga ang inaabot nila. Ito talagang may dahilan. No? Dahil doon sa nagkaroon ho sila ng, I think, ang ano yata, yung Microsoft, may kasalanan. yung system, no? Halos lahat naapektuhan, no? Buong mundo. So okay lang. Ang importante to God be the glory at makauwi kami ng safe lahat. Okay? Kapag nag-boarding na kami, update ko kayo ulit. Ay, nako. What an experience. Yan ang buhay talaga eh. May mga dahilan kaya kung bakit ka nalilate. Ginagawa ni Lord para safe ka. Nothing to worry. Okay? Mwah, chup-chup.
Yan si Tita Kerry ha. So, kagaya ng sinabi namin kahapon, baka hindi nga siya umabot. True enough. Hindi nga siya umabot.
8 o'clock.
Kasi 8 o'clock, kung ang mangyayari, the likely scenario, I don't think they'll be able to take off around 9.
Actually, if we really wanted, we can make him work eh.
Oo, huwag na lang. Baka mamaya batuhin pa tayo. Huwag na natin isama yun. Mabayaan mo na siya doon. Pinag-ano pa no? Pinag-adya pa. Boy, gusto mo magtrabaho Maglabing New York ka na dyan. Samahin. Anyway, sa mga kasamahan po natin, mga pagbati po natin sa inyong lahat na nakikinig po sa atin sa araw na ito. Of course, sa mga kasamahan po natin sa iba't ibang dako ng daigdig, like what Tita Kerry said, this in effect does not only touch base with Hong Kong's airport, but it's a worldwide effect, no? Just to give you an idea, EU airports in Germany as well as all the airports in Spain. Kasama rin po yung mga banks. Australia was hit too. A lot. Philippines, bahagya lang po.
Ang advance kasi ng system sa Pilipinas na hindi tayo masyadong tinamaan.
Windows 2000.
Hindi pa nila ina-update. Siguro yung last update nila 5 updates ago eh.
Ay, nako. Anyway, sa lahat ng ating mga kasama, pagbati po natin sa lahat ng ating mga kasama sa iba't ibang parte ng daigdig. Umpisahan po natin yan sa lahat po ng kasama natin sa North Pole, North Central, South America. Kabuuan po ng Europa, Africa, Gitnang Silangan, Asia, Pilipinas, Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao. At mga kasamahan po natin sa Australia, New Zealand, and of course, down under sa South Pole. Pagbati namin sa inyo ng magandang gabi, magandang hapon, magandang umaga.
Yeah.
Yung glitch na to explain mo nga yung tinapay na binili mo.
Oh! Yung glitch na to, sobra.
Pero anong magkano binayad mo?
Ha?
Magkano binayad mo?
Bumili pa kasi akong chips.
Okay.
Tapos, wag na natin sabihin yung chips. $3 lang kasi yun eh. Yung listed price niya talagang $3 lang. Yung tinapay, listed price niya, dahil isang packet yun eh. Isang bag. Listed price niya $28. Sabi ko, okay, $31. Okay na to sa dinner. Pang paano lang. Tapos may protein shake naman ako dito.
Okay.
Kaya,
Anong oras yan? Anong oras yan?
mga 7. Mga 7. Tapos tumaas na ako sa Aeon. And then, binili ko, yung ginawa ko, doon ako sa self-checkout.
Okay.
Pagka-click ko doon pagka-scan ko doon sa tinapay, sa chips, $3. Pagka-scan ko doon sa tinapay, $13. And,
ang original price niya is?
28.
Oh.
Tapos, actually, yung tinapay pala naging $10 lang. Dahil yung total price na binayaran ko, 13.5. So, technically, yung tinapay is $10.50.
My God.
From 28 to $10.
So, nagulat ka na $17 yung discount?
Oo. Sabi ko, kung alam ko lang, 2 na sana binili ko.
So, may mga glitches po siya, no? There's glitches in all. In fact, yung pinag-uusapan nga namin apparently it comes from a company called CloudStrike.
CloudStrike. It's a cybersecurity company, which, well, if everyone is using them naman, you can see how much how much worldwide they're being used. Na if they have a problem, everyone has a problem. So I'm pretty sure that they're a very reputable company naman na alam nila ginagawa nila na ngayon lang sila nagkaabirya ng ganito.
So, yun. Diba? So, sa lahat ng mga kasama natin, kung kayo man, let this be heard sa lahat po ng mga kasama natin that it happens po. It happens. And when I say it happens, kailangan prepared tayo because these are uneventful things na mangyayari.
Yung parang unforeseen circumstances.
Circumstances. And you don't have such a control. So, gusto ko lang pong paalalahanan sa lahat ng ating mga kasama, no, na when you travel now, irregardless of whether mahaba yung flight ninyo, or maikli yung flight ninyo, you have to make it we have to make it clear na meron po kayong dapat extra na palit
na clothes
sa inyong hand carry.
Well, yeah, of course. One of the, I can relate to that a lot because one of the trips I went back to the Philippines, I was, connecting lang dapat ako sa Manila. Tapos, connecting ako straight to Cebu. So, tinanong ko yung check-in counter dito, do I need to, dahil may check-in luggage ako do I need to pick up my luggage in Manila so I can check it in again? Sabi naman ng check-in dito, confident siya. Sabi niya, no sir. They will take your luggage and they will put it on the flight to Cebu.
On the next flight, which is your flight.
Okay. On the connecting flight to Cebu. Sabi ko, okay. Lo and behold, when I get to Cebu, wala yung bag ko.
Oh my God.
Wala yung luggage ko. And then, wala yung luggage ko. Tinanong ko yung sabi nila, sir, hindi nyo po pinick up sa Manila. Tapos yun.
Yun ang sabi.
Yun ang sabi. I'm the type of person kasi na I will get angry at the situation, but if I can't do anything about it, I wouldn't want it to stress me anymore. So sabi ko, ano po yung solution na pwede natin gawin? Sabi nila, sir, we can send it to Cebu and then you'll receive it here. Sabi ko, ma'am, I'm going to Siargao. So I know there's a direct flight from Manila to Siargao. Can you just put it on that flight so that sa Siargao na siya didiretso para hindi na siya mag-Cebu pa at Siargao? Galing kasi ng airline na yun Sabi na, sir, okay lang. Sige, yun na lang po gawin natin. Wala. Nag-Cebu din Nag-travel din yung bag ko na yun, yung luggage ko na yun But the main part of that story is I still had a change of clothes in my in my bag. In my carry-on.
Okay.
So I had at least 2 or 3 pairs of underwear. Tapos may isang change of shorts. Tapos may 2 shirt ako.
Doon sa mo yan?
Sa carry-on ko.
Ayan
Yeah.
Doon sa mga nagta-travel, kailangan you have to have that notion na pwede nyo pong gawin itong na ito. Anyway, ito. So kailangan yung making sure that you will be always prepared. Kaya lalong-lalo na sa mga kababayan natin who travel for a connecting. Diba? Hindi nyo alam kung gaano katagal kayo madidelay.
Yeah.
Ang init pa naman ng aircon sa
Philippines?
Oo, sa Pilipinas. Diba?
Doon lang ata yung I think we're the only country yung mas mainit yung aircon kaysa sa labas.
Oo. So ganun. So kailangan talaga ready po kayo.
And I think a very good rule of thumb is if you're going from an international flight to a domestic, lagi nyong kukunin yung bag nyo. You'll have to check it.
Oh, I think because hindi naman siya, it's not in the same, unless it's the same airline. The same airline pala sa'yo. Sorry
Yeah. That's what I thought din Yung pagka different airlines. So of course,
Oh,
you need to
But I already had
You need
that
to take it.
experience eh.
Mm-mm.
I was coming from a flight going to I was from KL
Mhm.
during one Chinese New Year. I took a flight to KL. So ang dating nito is ganun din. Sinabi nila your bag will be brought
To you.
from Manila to Hong Kong.
Uh-huh.
Pagdating ko dito, wala yung bag ko.
Mm.
Dumating na yung dalawang flights. Natapos na yung Di tumawag ako kay sino to? I called sino ba yung tinawagan ko nun? Tumawag ako doon syempre sa airline.
Mhm.
Sa airport. Sabi niya, sige po, hanapin namin kung nasaan po yung luggage nyo. Okay?
Yeah.
So when that happens, hinanap nga yung luggage ko, wala doon. Kilala ko yung manager ng airline. Sabi nung manager ng airline, sa lahat ng tao mawawala ng bag, ikaw pa. I tell you, yung bag ko dumating
Uh-huh.
right at my doorstep.
Dineliver pa talaga.
Dineliver sa doorstep ko. Siyempre, ano na siya? One day na siya.
Oh.
Di ba? Sinakay talaga nila dun sa first flight out sa Manila, pabalik dito. And buti na lang, wala akong pagkain.
Kundi na ano yan.
Oh, alam mo bakit? Because my bag was left at the tarmac.
Huh?
Oh, di ba may mga ano yan sila, di ba? May mga cylinders yan sila eh.
Mm.
Yung lalagyan, di ba? Yung mga capsules, ika nga.
Yeah. Naiwan sa tarmac?
Naiwan sa tarmac. Buti na lang wala akong dalang pagkain.
Yo. Ba't naiwan sa... hindi, it's not the fault of the airline.
It is the fault of the airline.
Yung airline worker.
Oh, ganun din yun, di ba? Sino naman magsasakay nun dun sa aeroplano kung wala yung member ng airline, di ba?
Buti sa'yo, dineliver.
Mm.
Sa akin pinatour guide pa ng Pilipinas Luzon, Bisaya ka muna. Punta kami na.
Pero at least kinatok ako sa bahay. Nandito na ho yung bag nyo. Ay, nako. Anyways, mga kasamahan po natin, it's just an idea that you have to do. Na meron kayo kailangan talagang extra na damit. Okay? Because it gives you that understanding na in cases like this, kagaya niyan, ni Tita Kerry, di ba?
Yeah.
The whole family. Meron pang 7-month-old na baby.
Mm-hmm.
Di ba? So, delikado yon kung hindi ho kayo makakapagdadala ng extra.
Mm-hmm.
So, karamihan pa ng mga kasama nila, senior pa. Isa pa yun.
Mm-hmm.
Di ba?
Yeah.
Kagaya ni Tita Kerry, senior din.
Habang wala dito, Chief.
Habang wala nga eh. Di ba? So, yun lang yung gusto nating si Tita Kat, nag-message siya. Kalilindo lang daw sa Huelyan.
Yeah, well, yan.
Oo. Tita Kat,
I'm trying to look for news about that, pero parang na cloud strike tong computer, Chief. Biglang naghang.
Naghang?
Mm-hmm.
Buti na lang yung mukha ko okay pa.
Hindi,
yung mukha natin sa Facebook okay pa.
Yung how I monitor the pages, that computer, Windows kasi ito eh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ayun.
Hindi kailangan kasi binayaran mo kasi. Ayaw mo bayaran eh. Okay, 8:24 sa ating programa. Gusto ko lang po sanang ipaalam. Pagbati lang natin muna sa ating mga kasama. Si Ana Regacho kasama po natin ngayong gabi. Hello po. Ako si Gigi Boljak, si Lani Canilao. Pagbati rin natin kay Joy Ibanez. Hello po sa inyo. Charlene Love, Tita Kat, Edna. Coffee muna tayo. Nakabalik ka na ba, Tita Edna, sa Milan? Hello, Zay. Mag-start pang afternoon work ko. Cafe macchiato. Ano kaya yung lasa ng macchiato? Kasi, siyempre, yan yung mga original na Brewsters, di ba?
Yeah.
Pero kung parang ang weird naman nun, nasa Italy ka tapos inom ka ng coffee sa Starbucks, parang ang weird nun.
Parang bastos.
Si Freda. Hello, Freda. Pagbati natin ngayon, taga-subaybay na po siya. Watching from Milan. Oy, Tita Edna, i-message mo na to si Freda. Kasamahan natin dito dati yan sa Hong Kong, na nasa Milan na siya ngayon. Maybe you can touch base with each other at maikot-ikot po siya dyan. Lisa Fabro, kasama po natin sa ating programa din po. Tita Miriam, nagpadala sa akin si Tita Miriam na meron siyang kinakain ngayon through our WhatsApp. Nasaan na ba yun? Through our WhatsApp, si Tita Miriam. Nanonood siya habang kumakain siya ng kamatis. Lunch na pala niya. Kamatis, itlog, kanin. Meron siyang ano tawag dito? Tuyo. At palagay ko corned beef ito. Tita Miriam, corned beef ba yan? Yung pinadala mo sa amin. Ito mo, corned beef. So, parang gusto kong kumain tuloy niyan.
Nakakatakam naman.
Nakakatakam nga naman eh. Tita Miriam naman, papadala ka pa sa amin. Ganyan pa.
Gusto ko pa yung corned beef na may onions at may patatas.
Gusto mo ba na may patatas?
Hindi, pang padami lang kasi. Pang paano lang.
Yung meron akong binili na yung binili ko na isang corned beef, bigay ko na lang sa'yo.
Sige, Chief.
Binili ko yun eh. Pagbati rin natin kay Tita Laya Perez, Lani Kalinaw. Pagbati rin natin kay sino pa ba yung mga kasama natin dito? Rosalie Peñera. Kasama rin natin Febo Romeo, Mary Joy Gallarda, Tita Josefa, Tito Jonathan, kasama Tita Narvic. Kasama rin natin si Beth Palumayan, Malu Estacio, Marivic Bagaw, kasama rin natin si Tita Ella Leos, Mary, Sensia Payumo, and si Lorraine Lozano. At sa lahat pa na ating makasama, si Edith Bato-Bato at si Steve. Tita Steve kasama natin sa araw na ito. Ay, gusto ko lang pong batiin yung mga kasamahan natin dyan sa St. Peter's Church. They used to be the group na yung kasama po sa
Fisherman's Wharf.
Fisherman's Wharf.
Hindi ko alam.
Mariners Club.
Pareho na rin yun.
Fisherman's Wharf, kainan yun eh. Mariners Club, usage and such.
Inisip ko kasi sea eh. Wala, nag-shot in the dark na lang ako.
Parang layo nung bato. Sige, babato na lang ako po. Fisherman's Wharf. Saan yun eh? Sa San Francisco yun eh. Bay Area eh. Diba?
Mariners Club.
Yon.
The church
They're
there.
celebrating their anniversary this Sunday.
Pang ilan na kaya?
Yung mga makakasagot sa akin, pang ilan?
Pang ilang taon na.
Pang ilang taon na. They're celebrating their anniversary this Nag-practice nga sila nung kanilang ano tawag dito? Yung kanilang parang singing. May performances yata sila sa araw na yun eh. So, yun. That's an opportunity na kung gusto niyo pong puntahan yan, nasa ano bang street yun? Nakalimutan ko na. Yung mga taga yung mga
St. Peter's.
taga St. Peter's, pakipost na lang para at least alam nila.
Yeah.
Sabi ni Tita Freda, sana nga magkita-kita po tayo dito sa Milan. Dito lang ako sa Corvetto. Okay. Sige, sabi mo eh. Para namang alam namin yun kung saan yung Corvetto na yan.
Nag-uusap kasi sila ni Tita.
Nag-uusap pa sila ni
Minsan
Tita
kasi
Edna?
yan yung ginagawa nila eh. Napapansin ko.
Binabypass na tayo, no?
Ginagawa na nilang chat group yung comment section natin eh.
Okay.
Yeah. And the Hualien earthquake right now at 8:20 was 4.1. So
hindi siya masyadong ganun kalakas. Pero syempre, nakakauyog na rin yun.
Naman eh, like lalo na ba here in Hong Kong, we barely experienced that.
There was a time na nakaramdam tayo, madaling araw pa naman yun.
Yung parang pa lang nga yun, it's like 2 pa lang.
Yun,
lahat nagising tapos biglang lahat na gano'n. Did anyone feel that?
Galing yung magmarites talaga.
Sabi ko, kung naranasan nyo lang yung earthquake sa Pilipinas, yun talaga. Shake fries talaga yun.
Huwag niyong ibalik yung memory na yan because I came from before the big quake in Baguio. I was still there as a student eh. So alam ko kung gaano kalakas talaga yung nangyari na yun. Natatawa lang ako kasi yung teacher ko pa nauna lumabas ng pinto. Spanish teacher ko na summer. Ay, nako. Pagbati natin kay Single at si Eva Barona. Inaarbor ni Marivic Bakuli yung aking dahil may B. Hindi ko pwedeng ibigay sa inyo. May meron po itong sentimental value. Oh, mahirap may bigay ng sentimental value. Gusto lang natin paalam din sa ating mga kababayan na recently there was a case na ransom po yung website ng Migrant Workers Office.
Yeah.
It happened about sometime last week na kung saan hindi sila makapag-process ng mga OEC. Makinig kayo ha ng mabuti kasi pag OEC kailangan makinig kayo ng mabuti. Okay. So let me inform you na ang ating Assistant Labor Attaché na si Tony Villafuerte informed us about this, no? Kasi nga hindi sila makakonect to reset yung mga passwords nung ating mga kababayan, lalong-lalo na for verifications. So yung mga nagpa-verify ng kanilang mga kontrata recently, there has been a problem regarding that. No? But 2 days ago, nakausap ko po sila. I was able to talk to them 2 days ago through messages na nagpapadala kami through and from na okay na po yung website.
Okay.
In fact, but at any rate, kasi yung kagaya nitong mga pangyayaring ito, nangyari yung glitches sa airport, sa mga bangko, sa mga police stations, di ba? Partly siguro, hopefully hindi naman yung mga emergency units.
Yeah.
So gusto lang natin paalala na these are possibilities na mangyayari po.
It
Okay?
can happen.
We just like to let you know that this could happen. No? And when things like these happen, please bear in mind na kailangan ready po tayo in any circumstance. So, kagaya ng binabanggit natin, maaring sa kalagitnaan po kayo ng pagpapauwi sa Pilipinas at kukuha tapos hindi kayo nabigyan ng OEC dito. Ang importante is you know where the regional offices of OWA is. No? Para makakuha po kayo ng OEC. No? So, kailangan nyo pong intindihin yun. So, what we're going to do, nakuha ko na po yung listahan ng lahat po ng regional offices and we will post it on our website. Rather on our Facebook page para makuha nyo po. And of course, ang importante doon is i-memorize nyo na po or take a screenshot of the location to which region are you closest to. Okay? Sabihin ng iba, ano na naman yan saksakan na naman ng sakit ng ulo yan dahil ganito, ganyan. Okay. Well, hindi naman natin hinangad na ma-ransom yung website.
Yung website, yeah.
Di ba? So, hindi natin, kagaya nangyari dito kay Tita Kerry, alas 8, hindi pa sila nakakalis. Hindi naman niya hinangad yun na manatili siya dito hanggang alas 8 ng gabi. Hindi. So, based on that scenario, kailangan natin intindihin na these are chances of these happening are getting a lot prevalent. Mas nangyayari na po siya on a, hopefully not on a regular basis, but more frequent than before.
Yeah.
Okay, so kailangan po natin isipin yon. So, we will give you that information when we post it on the Facebook page. Okay? Bago ng lahat, we're gonna take a break first. Yung weather muna natin dito and then I'll give you the weather forecast for the next 8 days. Don't go away.
Metro Plus weather.
Weather will be mainly cloudy with a few showers. The minimum temperature will be about 27 degrees tomorrow. We can expect sunny intervals during the day with a maximum temperature of around 32 degrees in the urban areas and a couple degrees higher in the new territories. Relative humidity will stand between 70 to 95%. We can expect moderate east to southeasterly winds, fresh later in the day. The outlook. There will be squally showers and thunderstorms in the following couple days. It will be windy offshore and on high ground, and there will be swells. There will still be a few showers midweek next week, and that's the weather From Metro Plus, your Connect.
Rivers help carry rainwater away. They bring in vitality to communities. And they're inhabited by many different species. While we should admire our rivers, we should also stay alert to changes in the weather. During bad weather, a rainstorm could cause a flash flood, and we should stay away from watercourses. Enjoy river scenery. Beware of flash floods.
Nowadays, with the fast pace of life, you need a partner that is reliable, dependable, and most especially will be with you every step of the way. Public Finance with 22 branches to serve you, guiding you through with up to $60,000 loan amount with fast and easy processing, plus incentives on their customer get customer as well as their easy loan transfer program. All that with Public Finance that has served the Filipino community faithfully for over 30 years. For more details, call 2522-4067. Terms and conditions apply. To borrow or not to borrow. Borrow only if you can repay.
Balik po tayo sa ating programa. Ito po ang kalagayan nating panahon sa darating po mga 8 araw. No? Bukas po, maulan pa rin po ang panahon. Inaasahan at medium to long chance ng pag-ulan. Inaasahan at 27 to 32 degrees. Ang humidity po ay 70 to 95%. Maulambon lang po ang panahon sa darating pong linggo. At sa Lunes po, mas mataas po ang chance ng pag-ulan. Ano? 27 to 32 degrees. Ang humidity po ay nasa pagitan po ng 75 to 95%. Pagdating po ng Martes, sa 23 na po ito ng Hulyo, inaasahan po na medium chance lang po ng pag-ulan. Maulambon lang po siya. Inaasahan na 27 to 32 degrees. Ang humidity po ay 75 to 95%. Ang susunod po nating 4 na araw, which is almost katapusan na po ito ng buwan ng Hulyo, inaasahan tuloy-tuloy pa rin po ang pag-ulan ng Miyerkules at Huwebes, 28 to 33 degrees, medium to low na lang po ang chance ng pag-ulan. Makakita na rin po tayo ng bahagyan ng sikat ng araw. Inaasahan ng temperatura ay nasa pagitan po ng 28 hanggang 33 ang taas sentigrado. Then, asahan niyo po na maulambon na naman po siya. Pagkatapos na medyo kumintat sa inyong araw ng Miyerkules at Huwebes, asahan niyo po na meron na naman pong pag-ulan, pero medium na naman siya. So chance na naman po, no. In fact, sabi nga nila na maaari daw italaga ang Typhoon 1 bukas sa pagitan po ng katanghalian hanggang bandang hapon, no. So asahan niyo po 'yan, no. Inaasahan na ang kalagayan ng panahon ng Biyernes, 26 at 27. Ang temperatura ay nasa pagitan po ng 28 hanggang 32 ang taas sentigrado. At ang humidity ay nasa 75 to 95%. Mm-hmm. So mag-ingat po kayo, no? Kasi kahapon, nung napag-iisang dibdib nung, number 1, inaanak ko yun eh. Inaanak ko po siya nung pinanganak siya. Ngayon, inaanak ko rin siya sa kasal. Grabe ho yun. Magkakasama ho kami ni Roy at yung groom. Nasa Citibank Tower ho kami. Mm-hmm. Akala namin hindi na ho ditila yung ulan. Para siyang bagyo.
Oo. Sideways eh.
Hindi nga natin alam, di ba yung umpisa pa ganyan?
Oo, tapos bilang gagano.
Tapos mag-iiba siya ng ano. So, kaya nga lagi po natin gustong ipaalam sa inyo na mas mabuti po siguro na meron ho po kayong dalang payong lagi. Mm-mm. Or at least bimpo sakali mang...
Hindi, with that rain, hindi kaya ng bimpo yun.
So ano kaya?
Tuwalya talaga.
Pampunas lang ko naman, no? Tapos inambisyon pa namin na, sige, suunguin na natin. Ano kayo, hilo? Pagdating natin doon, para tayong ano, ang tawag dito, para tayong dinaanan ng bagyo, di ba?
After about 5 minutes naman, tumila naman ng okay na.
Yes,
pwede ka nang maglakad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so, yun ang gagawin natin sa mga darating po mga araw. Ha? So, 2 araw lang tayo makakita ng sikat ng araw, which is Miyerkules at Huwebes.
Hindi pa yung full day.
Hindi pa yung full day.
Papansin lang siya.
Kaya naiinis ako pag nagigising ako ng umaga, maaga pa naman ako nagigising. Gusto ko na maglakad. Pagtingin ko ng ulap, mukhang mali yata ang chance. Kasi ang problema, pag naabutan ho kayo ng ulan, tapos pinagpawisan na kayo ng todo.
Minsan magdadala ka ng, ito nangyayari sa akin, magdadala ako ng umbrella, yung forecast, heavy rain, biglang hindi uulan. Di ako yung nainis.
Pero kahapon, di ba, meron eh.
Oo.
Sobra yung ulan kahapon. Nagamit ng husto yung payong mo kahapon.
Oo. Naiwan ko nga sa restaurant eh.
Wala na.
Ha?
Nandun pa kay Paolo.
Check natin.
Magbati natin kayo si Fina Del Rosario.
Hello.
Hello po sa inyo. Si Rems Peñado from Broadcast Drive. Si Mercedes sabi niya, hi Kuya Mike, good evening po. Tanong ko lang po, ilang buwan pwede akong magstay ng Pinas? Residente ako sa Hong Kong. At balak ko pong magbakasyon sa Pinas. You can you can stay as much as you want.
Yeah.
Ang ano lang dito, Tita Mercedes, na kailangan nyo pong gawin, is this, ha? Ito yung aking payo sa inyo. Na, kasi, wag lang ho kayo mag-exceed ng 3 taon.
Yep. If you,
Na continuous, ha?
This is actually, it's not just for Filipinos. It's anyone who has permanent residency in Hong Kong.
Yan, siya na ho sasagot.
Where because na-affected ko kasi yung kapatid ko with this situation when she was planning to come back here.
Pero may
COVID.
restrictions, di ba, ng COVID?
Yung COVID. Tapos, not just restrictions, walang flight. Nung
Correct.
mag-over 3 years na siya. So, yun yung problema namin at that time. So, doon namin nalaman na if you exceed 3 continuous years, you will lose your permanent residency in Hong Kong, but you will still have the right of abode.
Ibig sabihin nun, pwede ka pa rin manatili dito.
You can still work and live here.
Pero may mga pribileho po kayo na tinanggal na. Ang isa doon yung para bumoto ka.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, like, one of the things that we found out that she wouldn't have been able to receive was yung $10,000 na
yung mga
yung mga benefits
mga ayuda.
So she wouldn't have been able to get that. So basta hindi continuously like if you go past 3 years or 4 years.
Pero parang malabo naman, feeling ko lang ha. Parang malabo naman yata ang mangyari yon na hindi ka babalik dito ng 3 taon.
Yeah. You don't even need to stay here. You literally can just
touch base
and then leave kaagad.
Okay.
Ayun.
Yan ha. So, Tita Mercedes, congratulations sa bago mong kung ikaw ay bago pa lamang residente or matagal ka ng residente. Enjoy your
vacation.
Stay in the Philippines.
Parang
sabi ko lang sa iyo,
eh.
Tita Mercedes, pag nasa Pilipinas po kayo, make sure may dala ho kayong 1,000 laksang ano tawag dito? 1,000 laksang pasensya. Hindi, at least sinasabi ko na sa iyo. Watching from Macau, si Beautiful G Hope. Okay. Hello sa iyo. Tita Dory, malapit ka nang bumalik dito. Kahapon din dito sa Laguna, magdamag at maghapon ang ulan. Okay. Pagbati rin natin kay Tita Rams ng Broadcast Drive, Maliw Balista, Manny Palalay, Gina Sipol, Tita Kat Desilio, Rebecca Concepcion. Ang pagbati rin natin kay Elisa Domingo from Shotin. Ayun, magkikita na sila ni Tita Edna at saka ni, sino yung isang kanina? Magkikita na sila sa Duomo. Okay. Pakuha kayo ng picture ha. Ayun, sabi ni Tita Marivic
Frida
Pag-aw, sa Sunday, St. Peter celebrates its 37th anniversary.
Wow.
Para dun sa morning group. Wow.
Sa morning group? Magkaiba sila
Hindi
ng
kasi merong
evening
afternoon group eh. Meron pang afternoon eh.
Kailan kayo? Nagtanong, kailan kayo anniversary nila?
Yun ang magandang tanong.
Ay, nako.
Okay, so sa lahat ng ating mga kasama, good news ha. Ewan ko lang kung it applies to all. But for residents now, if you go to Macau, and you have applied for yung QR code, yung sa
tagal ko na hindi
sa travel. Meron sila ngayon, 'di ba, yung e-channel. Yung may QR code.
Yeah.
In Macau ngayon,
Uh-huh.
I think starting Tuesday next week,
Uh-huh.
if you have applied for that e-channel, hindi na kayo kailangan dumaan pa dun sa sa immigration officer. Itatabo lang siya. So reciprocal siya. Meaning yung mga taga Macau, they can use that also when they come in to Hong Kong.
Oh, yeah, because going into Macau, I still have to
to pass through
pass
dun sa
through
immigration,
security.
di ba? Or dun sa yung sa ID, di ba?
Sa ID,
Oo.
yeah.
Pero ngayon, like for example, what I do now, kasi I've actually applied for the e-channel.
Mhm.
So QR code na lang yung ginagamit ko, hindi ko na nilalabas yung ID ko. So yung ano na yun, you can apply that yung ano na yun, you can apply that through iSmart.
Oh.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is I found out through my mom. It relates to that Macau thing. Yung with the permanent residents in Hong Kong are recently lang na ginawa ng Chinese government na you can get that yung certificate, yung card to go to China. And then they say you can just go to CVS, yung travel company, and you can get that
China
card.
Travel Service.
The China Travel Service. Actually, you have to go to the Chinese embassy or the immigration department first to get the application.
So
Application
yun
form.
yung sinasabi nila kasi 'di ba merong 'di ba there's a number of things na kailangan mo fill upan.
Yeah.
So yun yung sinasabi nila,
Na.
yung first na yun parang certification
Oo.
from the immigration.
It's actually parang it's you giving them permission to get your information from the Hong Kong immigration
from China.
from China. Basically, you're just writing away your I give
binibigyan mo ng
ng right
ng-
yung Chinese government to get
correct.
your information from the Hong Kong government. So you actually need to get that first. You don't need to physically get a copy because again, everything's online. You can get that
Yun.
online na rin.
So yun pala yung sinasabi nila kasi nagtataka ako when I read the requirements. Meron siyang certification
Mm-mm.
'di ba?
Yeah.
Sabi ko, saan mo kunin yung certification
Yeah.
na yun?
Very
So,
confusing kasi minsan yung nila eh.
yung information na binibigay.
Oo, yung mga
Correct.
adverts nila.
So you bring that now, yung certification na yun, kailangan mo kunin sa immigration department. I think you can just get that from the
you can
counter,
get it.
no?
You can get it online.
Pwede na rin online.
You can download the form. What you need to do is you need to print it because you need to sign it.
Okay. Sige.
And then you can then go to CVS with all the prepared documents and requirements. Tapos pwede nyo nang ibigay.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yung ating kasama na si JR Mariano, no? Si JR is one of our staunch supporter ng ating programa. We've been working together for quite a while now. I don't know how he is because last night apparently he was rushed to the hospital and we posted his we actually shared his post kahapon. And ang alam ko, he was supposed to be operated. Ayun na, nakasakay na si Tita Kerry. Ayan. Ito na. Ito yung information ni Tita Kerry para madinig nyo po. Pahingan ka na po. Okay. So ito yung kay ni Tita Kerry.
Okay na ho. Boarding na kami. Mga ilang minuto na lang ho. Kami palis na. And to God be the glory. Ayan. At we pray na makauwi po ng matiwasay. Ano man ang nangyari ho, it happens for a reason. Diba? Kaya maluwag sa dibdib. Kasi worldwide ho ang problema. So, again, thank you Lord. At least nakaalis yung eroplano ngayon. Makakaalis at makakarating kami sa Pilipinas. Alam niyo po sa atin, ang laki din mo ng problema. Kung nakita niyo lang yung yung airport natin, yung ang dami mo na affected. Kaya even sa Singapore, pinadalan ako ng pamangkin ko doon. Ako, grabe din ho. Kaya doon sa mga naapektuhan, huwag mo kayo mainis. It happens for a reason. Importante ho marating tayo ng matiwasay sa ating pupuntahan. Love you. Mama Chuchu. To God be the glory.
Yan po si Tita Kerry, no? Doon sa video na pinadala niya kasi hindi na natin mapopost sa kakarating lang sa akin ito ng 8:40 but pinost niya. In fact, to bluntly say it, hindi lamang po yung computer glitches ang nangyari po. Even yung pagpapadala niya ng mga videos sa atin, it took a while. He had to hold it because the Wi-Fi was bombarded by everyone.
Oh, especially if it's the airport Wi-Fi pa.
Correct. And of course,
yeah,
kahit nasabihin mo ng kahit nasabihin mo ng
yung local data.
Yung data rin, I'm sure sa sobrang dami ng tao sa airport today, talagang na-overpower po yun. But they were supposed to take off today at 5 and change. So sabihin na natin, 5:20, 5:30. And they were supposed to, ano ba susunod doon? They were supposed to arrive in the Philippines, sabihin na natin mga 7.
Yeah.
So now they're actually
Leaving at 8.
So they're delayed, sabihin mo na plus minus by the time they take off, mga 3 hours and change. And by the time they reach the Philippines, that would be just in time for us to end our show. Baka mauna pa pala tayo mag-end ng show natin.
Because he, at 8:40, sinabi, nakaupo na po ba siya sa
nakaupo na siya.
Well, with the delays,
So
nasa tarmac pa yun.
May linya pa yun, no?
Siguro, hindi naman Philippines yung Hong Kong International Airport, so you won't be on the tarmac for 3 hours. So
Correct.
siguro, max
plus
is
minus siguro mga 9:30 na sila.
40 minutes, mga ganon, dito sa Hong Kong.
Correct. So, again, ako, sabi ko nga sa kanya kanina, you're lucky that you happen to be in Hong Kong nung nangyari ito. Okay? Hello lang kay Tita Alpha, Tita Dory, Gloria Bagawan. Kasama rin natin si Tita Jonathan. Si Tito Jonathan, may mga kamag-anak din yan siya sa Italy. Nagsasama-sama na kayong lahat. Pwede na. Si Mylene, congratulations pala kay Tita Mylene. Because yung kanyang daughter na si Dash, passed her government exams.
Wow.
So she's heading now to university. So depende na lang doon sa university kung kailan anong tawag dito? Paano ba sasabihin ko? Kung kailan sino tatanggap sa kanya dahil may marami namang ano tawag dito? Marami namang yes. No. So yon. Congratulations and hope na maiayos yung bago niyang yung kanyang bagong ika nga pamamaraan, the new journey of tertiary education.
Iba talaga yan.
Iba yan. Iba yan.
Especially university in the Philippines. Hindi ko na-experience yan. That's the one regret that not regret, pero that's the one thing that I missed out on in my life is going to university in the Philippines.
Yun. So, this opportunity is already set up. It's really just determining which university po siya papasok. Pagbati natin kay Helen Kaimo, good evening po sa ating lahat. Si Maribik Bakuli is also with us. Yeah, Jonathan, dito din po siya dati sa Hong Kong, Kuya Mike. Okay. So marami nang talagang pumupunta ng Europe. Well, congratulations doon sa mga nakapunta na ng Europe. Meron din akong meron din isa pang kakilala ko na recently din pupunta din ng Europe. Ewan ko kung ano yung magiging status niya doon. But sabi ko nga sa inyo, mag-ingat lang po kayo ha. It's a new environment. And you're hoping to get doon sa mga university kasi parang iba na yung buhay mo dyan eh. You're talking about your career na yun, di ba? Kung ano yung papasukin mo, ano yung susunod na hahawakan mo.
Yeah.
Marami na yan eh.
What you decide to do in university will impact, I would say, the next 5 to 10 years of your life.
Yes! Mismo.
Yeah. Especially yung mga, kung anong gusto mong maging major, like what you major in, what you graduate in, ganun.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, we're hoping na maiayos siya na yun yung magiging sabi nga natin, there are so much options that need to be addressed. when you get back to when you get into the university. O sabi ni Tita Kerry dito, hi, boarding na po kami. Nakaraos din. At kahit delayed na delay ang flight namin, okay lang po. It happens for a reason, and to God be the glory, at nakasakay na po kaming lahat ng plane. Ayun. Ano na lang pala, sabi ni Tita Mylene, waiting na lang po for the allocation sa university. Tsaka syempre, kung saan ka pumili ng university mo, di ba?
And who accepts you.
Exciting
times.
Correct, exciting times. Mamaya pag-uusapan natin, may dadagdag lang ako dun sa kasi kahapon di natin siya masyadong napag-usapan. Yung how much is too much sa ating programa. Sa araw na ito, sa akin yung how much is too much, siguro it's not any different na sa atin ito because mas marami pa nga yung too much na pinapadala natin kaysa dun sa how much.
Yun na naman eh.
Di ba?
How much is too much?
How much is too much, yun ang kailangan natin isipin.
Yeah.
When we talk about how much is too much, these are ways in which how do we go about sending without offending? Okay? Anong ibig sabihin nun? Pag sinabi po natin sending without offending, if we only send katiting, may magagalit ba? Ngayon, ang tanong ko doon ba sa magagalit, kailangan ba nung nagpapadala, personalahin, di ba? Maramdamang personal yung pangyayaring nangyari.
Okay.
Yan yung tanong di ba? Kasi, syempre, alam naman natin, we all know na minsan, hindi lamang naman tayo isang beses na nagpapadala. Minsan 2, minsan 3.
Yep.
Di ba? So, pag nagpapadala tayo ng ganung pera, kaya nga sinasabi ko sa inyo, how much is too much? Meron ba tayong gauge pag sinabi nating, yan lang kaya kong padala eh. Di ba? So, kung ganun po ang mangyayari, may kahihiyan ka ba? Or mahihiya ka ba dahil yung hinihingi nila, hindi po yun yung inaambag mo doon sa iyong padala? Tandaan nyo, no? At today's rate, ano bang rate ngayon? Hong Kong to peso.
It is 7.4.
Okay.
7.47. So 7.5.
Okay. Sabi na, 7.5 na siya, no? Malaki na po yung ibinaba nito in the past month, no? It has gone down approximately about 7 cents to the peso.
It was the peak was 7.55.
So, yun yung tanong ko doon. Sa conversion na nangyayaring ito, how much nga is too much? Pwede ko bang sabihin na, anak, wag muna, no? Kasi talagang hirap si nanay. May mga conversations ba kayong ganun? Or yung mga conversations na yun, hinahayaan nyo na, di bali, kaya ko naman yan eh. Di ba? Hahanapan ko na lang ng paraan. Yep. Or sabi nga natin, as always, the favorite word of the mga OFWs natin, kakayanin. Di ba? So, kaya nga yun yung itanong natin, how much is too much? Kasi it's difficult sabihin ko lang sa inyo, mahirap po talaga siyang ilagay sa sitwasyon kung ganyan lang lagi ang inyong pinagdadaanan. Sadly,
Yep.
It's really very difficult. So, kailangan pagtuunan natin yon. You wanna send your messages without me elaborating further, pwede nyo padala sa ating thread bago tayo mag-umpisa sa ating segment na How Much is Too Much. Dito lamang sa ating programa, tuloy-tuloy po tayo hanggang alas 10 ng gabi sa ating Friday edition ng PTS. Dito lamang sa Metro Plus AM 1044.
Metro Plus, a service of Metro Broadcast. Now the news with Roy Encarnacion.
Pakistani counter-terror officials have arrested an al-Qaeda leader, Amin ul Haq, describing him as a close associate of the dead Osama bin Laden, the mastermind of the 9/11 attacks on the United States. The Counterterrorism Department in the most populous province of Punjab said it had registered a legal case against ul Haq, accusing him of having planned sabotage targeting important installations in the province. The department spokesperson added in a statement, in a significant breakthrough in the fight against terrorism, CTD, in collaboration with intelligence agencies, successfully apprehended Amin ul Haq, a senior leader of Al-Qaeda. Bin Laden was killed in 2011 during a U.S. raid on his hideout in the Pakistani city of Abbottabad. Prosecutors in Poland are investigating a crime targeting leading Belarusian opposition figure, Paweł Latuszka, under sections of the Penal Code covering homicide and the activities of foreign intelligence networks. The National Prosecutor's Office spokesperson told Reuters in an email that an investigation was being conducted together with officers from Poland's internal security agency based in the central city of Lodz. He declined to give specific details of the events being investigated. According to a letter from prosecutors to Latuszka seen by Reuters, the investigation falls under sections of the Penal Code which cover inciting others to commit a crime, the activities of foreign intelligence agencies, and homicide. The investigation into a crime against Latuszka, a deputy head of the United Transitional Cabinet of Belarus, comes at a time of heightened fears for the safety of Belarusian and Russian opposition figures after an attack on Leonid Volkov, an exiled aide to the late Russian opposition leader, Alexei Navalny. Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban said on Friday that former U.S. President Donald Trump and Slovakia's Prime Minister Robert Fico were both attacked for their anti-war views. Fico was hit by 4 bullets in an assassination attempt in mid-May, while Trump, the Republican Party's nominee for the November presidential vote, survived the July 13 shooting. Both are allies of Orban, a right-wing nationalist in power since 2010. All these attacks are against anti-war, pro-peace politicians, Orban said in an interview with state-owned Kossuth radio station. Pro-war forces are so stirred up, tense, abetted, and organized that they are trying to clean out the pro-peace forces from the stage, from the center of political life. The Hungarian Prime Minister, who went on a self-styled Ukraine peace mission earlier this month that included a meeting with Trump, said that the former president survived the attack because God has plans with him to advance peace. A cyber outage related to an issue at global cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike and Microsoft hit media, retailers, banks, airlines, and telecoms companies across Australia and New Zealand on Friday. Australia's largest bank, Commonwealth Bank, said some customers had been unable to transfer money due to the service outage. National airline Qantas and Sydney Airport said planes were delayed but still flying. Victorian State Police said some internal systems had been hit by the outage, but emergency services were operating normally. The output of a number of media companies were also disrupted. Like a number of other organizations, global issues affecting CrowdStrike and Microsoft are disrupting some of our systems, a spokesperson for telecoms firm Telstra said on Friday. A spokesperson for New Zealand's parliament said its computer systems had also been affected. State broadcaster ABC said it was experiencing a major network outage without giving a reason. Japan's largest banking group, Mitsubishi UFG Financial Group, or MUFG, will cut the pay of its CEO and 5 other executives following the breaching of firewall regulations at its banking and securities arms, it said on Friday. In June, the Financial Services Agency, or FSA, ordered MUFG's banking and securities units to submit business improvement plans in the most high-profile financial regulatory action in Japan since the securities arm of rival Sumitomo Mitsui Financial Group was indicted on market manipulation charges in 2022. The monthly salaries of Group CEO Hironori Kamezawa and 5 other executives will be cut by 30% for between 2 and 5 months, MUFG said in a statement. It also demanded that 3 former directors at the group's banking unit and 1 at one of its securities arms return between 10 and 30% of 3 months' worth of salary.
Metro Plus weather.
Weather will be mainly cloudy with a few showers. The minimum temperature will be about 27 degrees tomorrow. We can expect sunny intervals during the day with a maximum temperature of around 32 degrees in the urban areas and a couple degrees higher in the new territories. Relative humidity will stand between 70 to 95%. We can expect moderate east to southeasterly winds, fresh later in the day. The outlook. There will be squally showers and thunderstorms in the following couple days. It will be windy offshore and on high ground, and there will be swells. There will still be a few showers midweek next week, and that's the weather from Metro Plus, your Connect.
New taxi fares are now in effect. By law, a fare conversion table issued by the Transport Department must be displayed inside the taxi compartment if the taxi meter has not been adjusted. Passengers should pay the new fares as shown in the conversion table. If not, taxi drivers can only charge the old fares. When a fare is paid according to the conversion table, the taxi driver must write down the new fare on the receipt. For inquiries, please call 1823.
Balik po tayo sa ating programa at 6 minutes past the hour of 9. Pagbati natin kay Flor Mariano to Mary Lou, Tita Josie, Racho. Kasama rin po natin ngayong gabi ay si Tita Ada Laron. Kasama rin si Kuya Art Buban. At si Tessie De Los Reyes. Kasama na rin po ang iba pa natin. Si Vilma, Tita Vilma at si Tita Gertrudes. Okay.
Yep.
So we were saying kanina, how much is too much? So on average, somebody actually earns here mga 4,000
Hong Kong.
870 to be exact.
Mm-hmm.
If we calculate that at today's rate na 4,870 times 7.3 na lang, di ba? Kasi pag sa bank, that's 35,551. So like everybody says, most often than not, ang nangyayari po sa mga ganitong sitwasyon is what you need to understand is lahat ng pera na ginagastos nyo, hindi naman piso.
Yeah.
So you don't technically convert everything into peso.
Yeah.
Okay? So base dun sa sitwasyon na yon, let me just make it clear na dahil nga dun sa sitwasyon na yon, gusto lang natin paalam na siguro sabihin na natin na 50% na lang yung pinapadala nyo. Malaki pa rin yun, ha?
2,400 pa rin.
So sa 2,000, sabihin mo na lang, sa 2,500 na lang pinapadala mo. Magkano yan sa conversion?
2,500 is 18,000.6.
Okay, so sa 18,000, sabihin na natin, yun yung pinapadala sa inyo, regular basis.
18.5.
Malaki yun, ha?
Yeah.
Malaki yun. Okay, so and because of that situation, gusto ko lang pong ipaalam sa ating mga kababayan that sometimes, hindi ba napakalaki naman yon? If you look at it, siguro mas malaki pa yan yung pinapadala nyo ngayon in a single remittance more than what you were earning when you were there.
That's usually the case.
Oo. Ang malamang pangalalabas nun, baka naman 2-income family na yung 18,000 na yun. Diba? Ngayon, doon sa situation na yan, please note, na sometimes, syempre may lalapit sa inyo at sasabihin, paano naman pwede bang dagdagan? Dahil may ganito, may incidental. Pwede bang ganito? Dahil may ganito na naman. Pwede bang ganyan? Dahil may ganito na naman. So, patong-patong na siya. Kaya ngayon yung tanong natin, how much is too much when you tell them na anak, tay, mister mo, na hindi na kaya? Okay? Kaya yung pinag-usapan natin kahapon dito na sometimes nagiging mitsa yun ng paghihiwalay. Kasi pera yung iniisip eh. Diba? So, ngayon, ang tanong ko sa inyo, kayo mismo ha, I want to see your reactions doon sa thread natin. When kayo ba, madalas ba kayo, madali ba sabihin ninyo sa inyong mga kamag-anakan sa Pilipinas, sa pamilya, or kung kayo'y single, or kung kayo po'y balo, di ba? Is there a certain amount to a certain degree that you will tell yourself na, ladies and gentlemen, ayoko na muna magpadala.
Mm.
Or ang kaya ko lang ipadala, ito lang.
Well, I think in my opinion, I've gone through that within my family because there were situations na kailangan yung tulong ko. Of course, I helped when I can, but I also told them no when I couldn't anymore,
Okay.
or when I can't, and they've done vice versa. They've helped me out.
Yun yung tanong ko sa iyo ngayon. How do you say, kasi di ba, how much is too much eh? Di ba? So, when do you say na how it's too much
It's
na?
too much na. When, for me,
And how do you deliver that message?
hindi, for me, what happened was the first thought that came into my mind when I woke up was, what am I, like, where am I gonna get that money? Tapos hindi pa ako yung may kasalanan. Hindi naman kasalanan, but hindi pa ako, well, it's not my cross to bear. I decided to help out. And then, so sinabi ko na lang, hey, I can't do this anymore. My own expenses are spreading me far too thin na I'm gonna be starting to, yung sinasabi nilang living paycheck to paycheck, which isn't a way to live. Right? So,
Ayun, yun. Magandang iano natin yan, ha? Maganda na binuksan mo yan, ha? I love that situation na binuksan mo yan.
it's ano eh. And
It's not the way to live kung paycheck to paycheck.
And also, for me naman, yung dynamic naman within my family is, we ask when we need to, and we help when we can, but we don't depend. We don't, we try to, as far as we can help it, we will help ourselves first before asking for help. Kung hindi na talaga kaya, tsaka na lang magre-reach out. But unfortunately, what I can see, or from what we can hear from the stories, from the thousands of stories that we've heard
Discussed.
and discussed, I think we discuss this issue once every 3 months. Eh. Yung pagdadala ng pera sa Philippines to their families, people started depending on them.
Yun.
Yun.
Isa pa yun.
And
Maganda yun.
for me, I think yung word na, well, the term is really good. Yung bagong bayani ang mga OFWs. I view that in a very positive light, but also there's a caveat for me. Parang negative na yun eh.
Parang hina-highlight too much, no?
Dahil parang, why are the people in the Philippines depending on the OFWs?
Even the government's depending on the
Even the
OFWs.
government is depending on the OFWs na, I'm pretty sure from the last time I read it, the money that the OFWs remit is a significant percentage of the GDP of the Philippines, which is why? How? Why is that possible?
Malaking porsyento, ha?
Very, like,
Malaking porsyento ng GDP ng Philippines ang
Yung-
remittance ng mga OFWs, ha?
and that just goes to show na minsan parang when everyone depends on you na, parang nagiging bangko ka na lang. Tapos, yung nakaka-sad pa is, sila na nga yung manghihiram or they're the ones asking. Pag hindi sila natulungan, sila pa yung nagagalit.
True.
Sila pa yung nagsasalita ng, ikaw na nga yung nasa overseas, hindi ka pa makatulong. Like,
Parang, hello, sabi nga dito ng ayon sa Philippine News Agency, personal remittance from Filipinos abroad reached an all-time high last year. This article was written February 15, 2024, so not so long ago. Increased deployments of overseas workers according to Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Data from the BSP showed that the personal remittance from overseas Filipino workers, or FWs, amounted to $37.2 billion US dollars.
37.2 billion
US
US dollars.
Okay? Ulitin lang natin ha. Please note that may calculator si merong electronic calculator dito
So in
peso.
as of that yung 32 point something billion, kailan po yan?
37.2 billion.
37.
This was sent. This is a 3% increase. This was 2023.
2023.
Uh,
So
This was a 3% increase from the remittance sent in 2022 that was 36.1 billion US dollars.
So the annual GDP of the Philippines in 2022 na lang yung nakuha ko is 404 billion US dollars.
404 billion.
404 billion
Okay.
US dollars.
So if we put it together, the 37.2 billion is roughly around
9-8% ng GDP of the Philippines. So
in fact, what they put here, it is 8.5% and 7.7% of the country's GDP and gross national income, respectively. Cash remittance course through the bank. Malaki pa rin siya, no? It's 33.5 billion US dollars last year, higher by 2.9% compared to in 2022 it was 32.5 billion pesos, dollars, no? The growth in cash remittance from the United States, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates contributed mainly to the increase in remittances in 2023. The central bank added that the U.S. has the highest share of overall remittance during the period, followed by Singapore, Saudi Arabia, Japan, and the United Kingdom. Okay, please be aware that it does not necessarily mean because Hong Kong is not part of the equation. We are still part of that 37.2 billion US dollars
Yep.
yearly remittance. According to the RCBC chief economist Michael Ricafort, Philippine remittances from overseas workers have consistently been the fourth largest in the world, next to India, Mexico, and China.
Wow.
Okay? So wag nating maliitin because our population is only roughly 1/10 of the two countries, no? Which is India and China.
Yep.
Okay? Tayo 1/10 lang. Ibig sabihin nun, 1 billion na sila eh.
Oh.
No? They're past the billion mark. No?
Yeah. We're
So tayo,
around
we're only in the hundreds of
100,
millions. I think we're only about 115 or 110. According to Ricafort, this is a sign of resilience and always has been a major growth driver for the Philippine economy for many years. Tandaan niyo po yun, ha? Malaking bahagi ng ekonomiya ng Pilipinas ay ang nag-aangat po sa atin ay mga remittances ninyo. It is important to note that OFW remittances and conversions to peso seasonally increase in the fourth quarter of each year. Alam naman natin yun. Why does it increase during the fourth quarter? Is because madalas po tayo nagpapadala ng mas maraming pera during the Burr months. No? Yun ang sinasabi dito. No? And towards the end of the year. Especially within a week before Christmas to finance the surge, if not the peak, in holiday-related spendings, a consistent pattern seen for many years, and could seasonally support the peso exchange rate as well. Ricafort said that in the coming months, which is reflective na ngayon yan at this particular time of the month, the modest growth of OFW remittances could still continue as OFW dependents still need to cope with the higher prices that would require sending more remittances. Ayan na, sinasabi nga, dahil sa pagtaas ng bilihin sa atin, pagtaas ng matrikula at kung ano-ano pa, kinakailangan madaragdagan yung bilang ng inyong pinapadala sa Pilipinas. Dinagdag niya pa rin dito na seasonal increase of OFWs will be seen sometime July and August dahil nga sa pag-umpisa ng
Burr months.
ng school year.
Oh, yes.
Ricafort, however, said risk of an economic slowdown in the United States softer economic growth in China and other European countries, and the Israeli-Hamas conflict could slow down the deployment opportunities for some OFWs.
Yeah.
So, ito nga yung sinasabi natin. Kung meron na hong binabanggit na ganito kalaki ang binabahagi natin sa ating mga remittances. No? Sa ano to ha? Sa taon-taon po ito ha.
Yeah.
Sabi nga natin, tumaas na po siya ng roughly from the previous year. It has gone up more or less up by 3%. Okay. Itong perang ito galing sa inyo.
Yep.
Kayo nagpapatakbo ng ekonomiya.
Yep.
So, kayo rin dapat ang magdikta kung magkano ang inyong ipadadala.
Yeah. And I think also like we can, ito yung lagi natin pre-preach eh. Like we only show the good as a
good side, no?
As a people, we always try to put on that smile. We always try to be positive. We're known as one of the happiest peoples
On
earth. But again, hindi natin pinapakita na nahihirapan tayo. Nahihirapan na pala tayo. Tapos ayan, magkakasakit na tayo. And then, ano na
yun? Roll over na yun, no? That's a
Oo.
domino effect na. That actually, yung epekto yun ng sa sobrang pagtatrabaho ninyo, nakakalimutan nyo na po yung
Sarili ninyo.
Hindi na kayo nakapagbibigay ng opportunity para sa inyong
Yeah.
pangangatawan.
Yeah.
Ang iniisip nyo na lang kumapit sa patalim. And some of you, like what we were talking about yesterday, which we will be talking about next Thursday, pagkasama po natin yung dalawang representante po ng Hong Kong Police from the Financial and Investigation Bureau para pag-usapan po yung tungkol sa money laundering. So napapasok nyo na rin po ito. Hindi nyo akalain na base dito sa pagpasok nyo sa mga sitwasyong ganito, ang nangyayari po is imbes na makakatulong po kayo at imbes na mapahaba pa ang inyong paglalagi dito sa ibang bansa, mapuputol po yun dahil nga sa sitwasyon.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and I've already discussed this yesterday. Probably not in detail because yun nga yung tinanong sa akin yesterday ng kapulisan. Is the fact that paano may sasabihin ko? Meron pong nangyayari na bigay lang pa tayo ng bigay pero hindi na tayo nagiging accountable doon sa binibigay natin. So, I don't know how that happens because una sa lahat, yung kinikita nyo po dito, flat yan eh. Wala naman hong sabihin natin, sige, sabihin na natin, may mga medyo galanting mga dyan, no? May mga galanting mga employers na nagbibigay ng siguro dagdag ng every now and then, pag birthday mo, may dadagdag sa'yo. Kung hindi ka naman lalabas during the statutory holiday,
Bibigay nila yun.
bibigay nila sa'yo yun. Pero syempre, nagtatrabaho ka pa rin, di ba? Hindi ka nakakapagpahinga. So, base dun sa mga sitwasyon na yun, on average, you're still a flat rate pa rin po yung ika nga.
It doesn't go above or below 20% or 10%.
Exactly, di ba?
Diba?
So, base doon sa sitwasyon na 'yon, napipilitan ngayon kayo gumawa ng mga sabihin na nating nape-pressure po kayo doon sa mga sitwasyon na dapat hindi kayo dapat ma-pressure.
And that's the thing, like, and most of the time what they're earning is barely enough to live in Hong Kong.
Isa pa 'yon.
And let's say I did the calculations. The average meal, if hindi provided by the employer, the average meal in Hong Kong can cost up to, yung average lang is 65. Pero sinabi ko, inisip ko na lang, meron naman dyan na $40, $50 lang. Each meal to. So, in one day, you will spend about $100 to $150. Ginawa ko na lang, 2 beses na lang sila kumakain sa isang araw. So, ginawa ko na lang 100. In 1 month, that's $3,100. Just for you to eat twice a day. which
On
is
average of $50
$50
per
a meal.
Oh.
So if you take that and yung salary nila is 4,870, 3,100 is a significant chunk of that on food. More than 50%. Tapos yung isisend pa nila 2,500, mga ganon. Eh di hindi na sila kumain ng maayos.
Yun nga yung sinasabi ko. And this is where, honestly, dito po tayo nagkakatalo niyan. Okay? Pag sinabi natin, pag nagkakatalo dyan sa mga sitwasyon na yan, dito ho tayo nagkakaroon ng problema. Bakit ka mo nagkakaroon ng problema? It's because of the fact that at the end of the day, yung pangangalagaan ninyo sa inyong sarili, nawawala na po yun.
And lagi nilang
Inaako nyo po kasi lahat ng responsibilidad na hindi nyo dapat akuin eh.
Like, there are how many times have we heard na yung ano ko po kasi, yung pamangkin ko, pinapaaral ko pa. Pamangkin mo yun eh. That's not your responsibility. That's the responsibility of your brother or your sister.
In fact, alam nyo po, no? Nalaman ko po ito nung when we used to recruit, when the United States used to recruit U.S. Navy personnel in the Philippines. It's not a tricky question, but it's just that we don't know how to answer it eh. Pag tinanong ka, dapat wala kang pamilya eh. Okay? Pag tinatanong tayo, kayo mismo sumagot kayo ba may pamilya na?
If they ask me, no.
Okay. So based on, kasi naintindihan mo yung question. But most Filipinos do not answer it that way. Yes po, may pamilya po ako, kasama ko po tatay ko at nanay ko. Yun ang perception ng marami. Na ang pamilya, kasama yung tatay, nanay, kapatid, pamangkin, or kung wala ka talagang you consider your family as your siblings and your father and mother. In the context of the question sa ibang bansa, pag sinabing, oh, do you have a family already? Ang sagot ka agad, pag single ka, wala.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah.
Pero sa atin, tingnan mo, yung connotation sa atin, pag tinanong tayo, may pamilya ka ba? Ang banat ka agad doon is, meron. Kahit single ka, sinasama mo lahat kahit siguro isama mo pa yung kapitbahay mo dahil considered mo silang pamilya, kasama yun dun sa pamilya. So what does that actually entail? Ang ibig sabihin nun, na wala tayong hindi hinihindian. Kasi kahit na yung mga taong yun, considered natin na pamilya natin. Now, kaya ngayon yung tanong ko doon how much is too much? When does the buck stop? Saan hihinto yung pinag-uusapan na yan? Kasi wala ho talaga tayong diba? Wala tayong mapupuntahan sa mga sitwasyon na ganyan. Wala talaga. Sorry pero yun yung aking we will have to learn how to say
no. It's such a it's a difficult lesson to learn.
Correct.
Because syempre, the person that's asking you for help is a loved one. Mahal mo sila. But again, I think we should learn how to love ourselves first and foremost, because we were brought into this world alone and we will leave this world alone.
Correct.
So love yourself first, 'di ba? Especially yung people prioritize yung health nila, but they say masakit yung likod ko, yung ganon. The physical health is very important, pero yung mental health din, it's very very important. Yung waking up na gigising ka lang tapos biglang unang thought mo is problema.
Alam nyo na to be honest sa inyo, when I was able to meet Len, yung sinasabi ko nga sa inyo yung sa Queen Mary. It was the first time I met her. I was able to speak to her many times over the phone. But yung kanyang pananaw just changed. Malaki talaga yung pinagbago, no? And on the first day I met her, Ang pinakamabigat nito, si Tita Kerry. Pasensya na kayo, ha. Sabi ni Tita Kera, anak ng Tokwa, baka tapos na po yung programa natin, hindi pa kami nakaalis.
Yun
Yun ang pinag-usapan natin kanina. Okay, so nakaano po sila, wala pa siguro
Naka-line
push
up.
pa. Okay. So like what I was saying earlier, doon ko ho nakita na yung vulnerability ng isang OFW.
Mm-hmm.
Ang ganda ho ng kanyang trabaho, isa siya sa, masasabi ko na, isa po siya sa maswerte dahil isang amo lang ang kanyang pinagsisilbihan. Yung amo niya kadalasan wala pa dito. Okay naman po yung sweldo niya. Maaliwalas yung kanyang bahay na tinitirhan. Top it all off, sama mo na yun. Sunod-sunod mo na siya. No? Advantage niya. I still want to go and find out what triggered yung kanyang mental illness. She underwent hyperthyroidism. But during the course na nakakausap ko na siya noon, may mga lapses na po siya. So it even na-amplify yung lapses na yun, nung nakasama ko na siya sa Queen Mary. And in fact, nung nakasama ko siya sa Queen Mary, may mga iba, kasama namin yung asawa niya, kasama natin si Sister Sol at yung dalawa pa niyang kaprobinsya. When I was talking to her, yung lapses niya was so high that she was already giving away her phone, giving away all her belongings. And the only thing that she showed me at that particular time, which she took out from her pajama, no, from the hospital, kinuha niya dito. Alam mo naman yun, parang ganun tayo. Dati pag wala tayong bulsa, so on and so forth, sa mga matatanda, iniipit po yun dun sa may yung garter ng bra line, di ba? Kuha niya. Ganito po kakapal. Siguro sabihin na natin half of a centimeter yung kapal ng papel. Folded into 4. No? And the information that was inside was just amazing. Yung declaration niya doon sa pinagdadaanan niya. Okay. So, I kept on reiterating sa kanya na hindi ka makakabalik sa Pilipinas kung hindi ka hahayaan o kung hahayaan mo yung sarili mo na manatili sa posisyong kung nasan ka ngayon. Ba? Yun yung that's the whole ball game, no?
Yeah.
So based on that situation, I told her, sabi ko, alam mo, pag hindi ka magpalakas, hindi mo bigyan yung sarili mo ng hindi mo inumin yung mga gamot mo dito, hindi masistabilize yung pangangatawan mo, at the end, hindi ka talaga makakauwi. And I'm sure kaya nga nandito na yung asawa mo, no? The reason man nandito ang asawa mo kasi susunduin ka na. So kailangan talaga mag-iba ka na ng pananaw, di ba?
Yeah.
Okay. During that time, the lapses was still strong. She would talk about the employer niya, the incidents of going in and out of different hospitals. And when we all packed up and we left, and I was on my way back home, this is what I was evaluating. Ito ha. This is my personal opinion. Many of you would rather paint a picture of happiness to most, if not all, of your kababayans back home. Kamag-anak, kapamilya, tatay, nanay, anak, apo. No. Than showing them what reality is. Okay? So, ang situation doon, feeling ko lang correct me if I'm wrong. And most often naman, hindi naman ako, I'm not always right. But, when you do that, when you actually do that, and you have that picture, when you have that particular picture as it is, the sad part to me, ladies and gentlemen, ang kinakatakot ko po is when they see your picture Yung magagandang picture. You're in a mall, you're in... Basta yung mga nakikita natin, yung pinopost nyo kung saan-saan. Sometimes, maybe not often, na hindi nila na-realize na you're doing that for your sake. Meaning, yun yung happiness mo eh. 'Di ba? Mapakuha sa harap ng ano tawag dito? A mega store of a well-known
Brands.
brand and all that stuff, or a brand new car and all that stuff. Alam niyo po, sometimes we have to face reality na hindi siya talaga tunay. Ang tanong ko sa inyo, nahihiya ba kayo? Na ang malaman nila ay hindi magaganda kung hindi yung kahirapan na pinagdadaanan mo. Nagtatanong lang. Di ba? Sapat ba yun na pag nakikita kanila doon sa mga lugar na kumakain kayo, magkakasama kayo, hindi nila alam na nag-aambag kayo. Di ba? Nag-aambagan kayo doon sa kakainin ninyo dahil isang beses lang kayo kumain ng ganong karami.
Yeah.
Tapos noon sa susunod na mga linggong lalabas kayo. Ayun ang di ba? Tinitipid nyo na yung ginakain ninyo. 'Di ba? At hindi nyo na nga binibigyan ng kahalagahan ang inyong pangatawan. Alam mo, sometimes mas mabuti siguro ipakita din natin sa kanila kung anong hirap na pinagdadaanan. Kasi may mga nakikita naman ako, yung mga galing sa mga pictures nakikita ko, yung iba nakaratay sa hospital, humihingi kayo ng tulong, and so on and so forth. 'Di ba? Kayo, may pinagdadaanan din kayo eh.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Hindi naman lahat ng pinagdadaanan niyo doon. Kung nandito kayo 5 taon, 6 na taon, 10 taon, 15 taon, 20 taon, hindi mo naman masasabi na sa loob ng mga taon na nakaraan,
puro happy years.
Oo, di ba?
Or happy times.
Oo, hindi naman pwede yun eh, di ba?
Yeah.
Ay, ilan sa inyo ilan lang sa inyo, siguro mabibilang lang natin sa 10 ng ating mga daliri na kung masasabi nyo wala kayong pinagdaanan na pagsubok habang nandito kayo, nag-uumpisa kayo.
Well, the reason why they're here is
Yun.
pagsubok.
Pagsubok yun, di ba?
Yo.
Nag-uumpisa pa lang na bago kayo umalis ng Pilipinas, pagsubok na kagad eh.
Oh, because your family or your, when I say family, I mean your husband, your sons, your daughters.
Agree.
They cannot survive on the salary that you're earning or you and your partner are earning in the Philippines. That's why you decide to leave your most of the time professional job so that you can become an OFW and earn maybe 2 or 3 times as much.
Correct. Pero hindi nangangahulugan na lahat yun pinapasa na po sa inyo. The reality of it all is that I will still want, no? If I'm not mistaken, on Tuesday, I will be in the consulate together with our crisis center ng kasama natin yung kasama natin yung ano tawag dito? Yung crisis center ng Tungwa Hospital. Okay. So, yun lang pong gusto kong malaman. Why do you think that NGOs are popping like mushrooms left and right? It's because of your needs. Yung pangangailangan ninyo. Yung needs na yun, hindi naman yun yung perang ibibigay nila eh. There's nothing that they can give except the service that they can provide to sort of help you na iangat kayo.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Kagaya nga yung sinasabi natin ng yung ano natin diyan, yung cap natin diyan, yung fulfills, 'di ba?
Oh.
Si Emil, yung nagtaguyod nito is a 16-year-old kid who started and wants to uplift your chances of doing better. Pero you cannot paint a picture that stipulates that, yun na nga, na sinasabi nating your chances are better. Pero ang pinapakita nyo na wala kayong problema, hindi ho pwede yun. Because when you decided to step out of
the Philippines,
it
was because of a problem.
Yes!
I think in my opinion, one of the main reasons why, or people especially in the Philippines, or Filipinos in general want to paint a rosy picture is because we as a nation, we're very prideful eh. Yung parang masama na yung mahiya, like it's a shame
pag pinapakita natin na api tayo.
Parang nakakahiya pa. Parang hindi, kayanin mo yan, lakasan mo loob mo. Kaya nga ako nandito sa sitwasyon na to eh. Nilakasan ko yung loob ko tas hindi ko na kinayanan. Tapos gusto mo mag-i-smile pa ako dahil nahihirap. Sino ba yung nag-i-smile na nahihirapan na?
Ay, hindi nga sinasabi ko, sometimes when you try to face what reality is, sometimes, sabi nga ni, paminsan-minsan kailangan mauntog din yung ulo natin sa realidad, no?
Yeah.
Pag sinabi ko mauntog yung sitwasyon sa realidad, ano ho yung kapupulutan ninyo? Alam niyo po, sayang po eh. Huwag niyong ipamukha sa lahat ng tao doon na donya kayo, may sarili kayong bag na ibinibigay. Ito nga yun yung nung magkakasama kami tayo nung focus group natin nung isang Sunday, di ba? Hindi lahat ng nakikita nyo is exactly what reality is. Di ba sabi nga natin, pag nakakakita po tayo ng litrato, iisa lang po tayong, isang litrato lang yun, ano? Pero yung interpretasyon ng bawat individual na tumitingin dun sa litrato, marami yan.
Yung sabi nga nila, di ba, a picture
paints 1,000 words.
Diba? Words,
correct. Yeah. So, ibig sabihin nun, na hindi lahat ng bagay na pag pinakita natin sa lahat ng tao doon, ang interpretasyon nila, ginhawa ka. Nasa pedestal ka. Masaya ka sa iyong trabaho. At wala nang pagkakamali na maaring mangyari sa iyo. Ay, por Diyos por Santo, mga kababayan, hindi ganun po ang buhay, di ba?
Yeah.
Alam natin na meron tayo kailangan ayusin.
Yep.
Meron tayong gampanan. Kaya ngayon yung sinasabi natin, how much is too much? Ako, kailangan yung too much na yan, mahinto na siya. Kasi sa dinami-rami po, dati siguro yung mga iba, yung sinasabi nila, pag may inutangan ako ngayon, ganito, ganyan, siguro kailangan anuhin ko na siya. Hayaan ko na siya. Hindi ko na kayang hindi ko na muna siyang babayaran. Mahuhuli ba ako? Yung mga ganun, di ba? Pwede ba akong ikulong or so forth. Alam niyo po, hindi naman nakakahiya yung lapitan nyo, yung mga taong meron po kayong atraso, at kausapin nyo sila ng tama. Doon naman sa mga taong may kusang tumulong. Sabihin ko lang, may kusang tumulong. Tapos nun, mas masahol pa kayo dun sa mga institusyon kung umasta pag kayo'y nangungulekta na. Huwag naman ganun. Sabi nga ni Tita Alpha, wag akuin lahat. Sabi ni Tita Edna, sa Milan, before nag-aaral pa yung daughter ko, lahat ng hingin niya, binibigay ko. Kasi sa material lang na bagay, binibigay yung presence ko. Kahit sabihin ko sa kanya na mahirap ang buhay ng OFW, di siya naniniwala. Kasi nga, bigay ko lahat, hilig niya. Now, alam na niya kung paano kahirap kumita ng pera. Siya pa nga ngayon ang nagsasabing magtipid ka, mama. Sabi nga natin, hindi pa huli ang lahat, ladies and gentlemen. Kung sakali man malaman nyo na kung ano yung how much is too much sa inyong pinapadala. Hindi ho kayo pinanganak sa mundong ibabaw na ito na kayo po ang kasagutan ng lahat ng kakulangan ng nakakarami. Pag po kaya, let's more to come.
Metro Plus weather.
Weather will be mainly cloudy with a few showers. The minimum temperature will be about 27 degrees tomorrow. We can expect sunny intervals during the day with a maximum temperature of around 32 degrees in the urban areas and a couple degrees higher in the new territories. Relative humidity will stand between 70 to 95%. We can expect moderate east to southeasterly winds, fresh later in the day. The outlook. There will be squally showers and thunderstorms in the following couple days. It will be windy offshore and on high ground, and there will be swells. There will still be a few showers midweek next week, and that's the weather from Metro Plus, your Connect.
Hi, I'm Captain Blood. Many patients are waiting for my help. Even when there are extreme temperatures or after a storm or heavy rainfall, I am determined to donate blood. If you're planning to visit a country with potential risks of infectious diseases, donate blood first before travelling to avoid deferral later. One blood donation can save 3 lives. Act now and make an appointment via the Hong Kong Blood app.
If you have any thoughts or comments about any programs on Metro Broadcast, please let us know by email at prinquiry@nbc.com.hk. That's prinquiry@nbc.com.hk. Or call 3698-8210, 3698-8210 during office hours from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Or send us a mail on P.O. Box 84228, Hung Hom Bay Post Office, Kowloon. Metro Broadcast, we care. Nowadays, with the fast pace of life, you need a partner that is reliable, dependable, and most especially will be with you every step of the way. Public Finance with 22 branches to serve you, guiding you through with up to $60,000 loan amount with fast and easy processing, plus incentives on their customer get customer as well as their easy loan transfer program. All that with Public Finance that has served the Filipino community faithfully for over 30 years. For more details, call 2522-4067. Terms and conditions apply. To borrow or not to borrow. Borrow only if you can repay.
Balik po tayo sa ating programa at sabi nga, tatawa ako dito kay Tita Kerry. Tapusin ko lang yung sinabi niya. Ha? Sabi niya dito, anak ng tokwa, baka tapos na programa natin. Di pa kami nakakaalis. Pinagsama na yung 2 flight kasi. Yung last flight sa Hong Kong to Manila, sinama na sa amin. Kaya mas malaking plane ang ginamit. Oh, okay. Okay. Anyway, sabi ni Tita Miriam dito, minsan kong na-post ang trabaho ko dito. Pagkukudkod ng toilet, pamumulot ng mga lata. Ito si Tita Miriam ito. Sa Sweden po ito Okay. Pamumulot po ng lata at bote in exchange of a few dollars. Okay. Sabi niya, so far naman, gets ng family ko ang hirap ng malayo. At nag-iisa ako sa abroad. Hindi ko sila napapautang. Tama ba? Napapautang, pero nakakatulong pa rin naman ako sa amount na kaya ko at hindi gusto nila. Uy, maganda yun Kaya ko, pero
Hindi nila
gusto nila. Kaya nasa ating OFW talaga ang control para hindi sila maging too much.
And that's what I think that's a very positive way to think about it. Yung dapat sana lahat na lang ng families ng OFWs ganun, 'di ba?
Yes.
It's a gift rather than like you depend on the gift. Dahil hindi nyo naman sahod 'yun .
Correct.
Hindi nyo naman sahod 'yun . And you know what? They say jobs are really hard to get, which is true in the Philippines. And jobs don't pay that much, which is again true in the Philippines. But there should be charitable organizations that can help you out, that can feed you day to day. There are a lot in Hong Kong. In Hong Kong pa lang . I believe in Hong Kong, if you have $0 in your account, you will still not go hungry.
Totoo yun. In fact, marami sa inyo ang pumupuna. Ano tawag dito? Si Tita Kerry nagpo-post pa. Basahin nyo na. Padalan nyo nga ng mga sagutin nyo nga, i-reply nyo nga si Tita Kerry para maginhawaan naman yung kanyang Totoo yun, Some people, pinupuna nga yung mga taga Hong Kong na, ang tawag dito? a race that's too cold, na wala silang pakiramdam. Actually, that's not true. There's so many.
There's so much.
So much. I mean,
So much help here.
yes.
There's so much help here.
Sobra po yung tulong. The thing is, these people who help are just not saying much about how they help and how much they have helped.
That's the diba? That's the beautiful thing about it. It's because yung parang there's a saying in our Bible, diba? Like when you donate or when you do charity and you do it for the fact that people can see you doing that charity.
And then that's not charity.
That's your blessing.
Yes, correct.
Yun na yung bibigay lang.
Huwag ka nang umasa na babalik pa yung binigay mo. Hindi na babalik po yun.
Dahil nagyayabang ka lang na tumutulong ka Pero ang daming mga tao dito na they would help and they would not want the publicity. They don't ask for it. Actually, most of them don't want it.
Correct.
Yun yung ang daming taong ganyan dito.
Sabi ni Tita Kerry, gutom na. Naku, mahirap pa naman magutom yung kasama natin yan.
Naku.
Mainitin ang ulo pa naman yan.
Tapos nasa loob pa ng plane.
Budget airline pa yung sinakyan nila.
I would like to apologize in advance to the stewardesses that will encounter Tita Kerry.
Di bali, mag-noodles na lang ako mamaya. Okay.
Mahal yung noodles.
Oo. Bahala siya. Rich daw siya, rich. Kagaya, so, in recap sa ating how much is too much, it's not just about the money. It's what reality brings to your family back home. Huwag niyong hayaan yung sarili ninyo na malunod sa katotohanan. Understand that. Huwag niyo pong hayaan yung sarili ninyo na lalong-lalo na, this could also be part of doon sa mga baguhan dito. There are many ways if you want to help. Pero gustong-gusto ko yung sinabi ni Tita Miriam doon sa kanyang nasa na ba yun? Ito, sabi niya dito. Hindi ko sila napapautang pero nakakatulong pa rin ako sa amount na kaya ko at hindi sa gusto nila. So ibig sabihin nun, pag tumutulong ka doon sa mga taong dinadagdagan mo, not necessarily mean kasi madaling umasa 'di ba? Pag namihasa na, madaling umasa. Litin ko pag namihasa na, madaling lalong umasa at hindi ka na magtatrabaho. So, pwede sa sinasabi ngayon ni Tita Miriam, ang kanyang sinasabi dito, kung tutulong man ako, yung sa abot lang aking makakaya lamang. So, kung sakali man na hindi na bumalik yung perang yun, okay na lang kasi pwede ko naman siyang ipagpaliban. Kesa yung malaking pera, malaking halaga, ang hinihingi sa'yo at kailangan mong punuan, and then at the end of the day, sinong iyong tatakbuhan? Wala. Kasi ikaw yung mismong naglagay sa'yo sa sarili mong, naggisa sa sarili mong mantika. Okay? Kailangan mong intindihin yun,
Yep.
Kailangan mong intindihin yun. Sabi nga ni Tita Edna dito, ako po, alam ng mga kapatid ko kung gaano kaming mag-work dito. Kumakain ng biskwit habang naglalakad, ipinapakita ko sa kanila. Takbo dito, takbo doon. Pero kung may time talaga na relax naman ako. Yun nga yung sinasabi ko sa inyo Marami sa inyo, wala na ho kayong pahinga
Wala nang time to relax.
Wala na po. Nakikita ko po. Ngayon, lalong-lalo na makikita nyo po yung mga, yung mga condominiums na itinatayo nyo sa mga gilid-gilid. Diba? Lalo na ngayon, dahil sa sobrang lakas ng ulan, sa sobrang lakas ng ulan, ano po nangyayari sa inyo? Hindi na rin kayo makakapagpahinga. Dahil yung mga daanan ngayon, basang-basa na. Nung panahon na medyo hindi po siya, wala pa masyado nag-uulan, nakikita nyo, ilan ho kayo na natutulog na sa lansangan. Sa sobrang pagod na ho.
Yep.
Tapos, wala pa kayong inatupag na dahil kailangan punuan lang yung box na kailangan yung ipadala na door to door, linggo-linggo may binibili kayo. 'Di ba? Na nilalagay niyo po doon sa Sako Nights. 'Di ba? Tapos yun ipapa-storage nyo. Sa sobrang dami noon yung sabi niya, ay hindi kasi kailangan lang, minsan, ang papadala lang nyo lang, gaano kalaki lang. Ang ipadadala lang nyo is roughly, sabihin mo na, half box lang o regular box lang, aabot na siya ng large tapos magiging jumbo na. Kasi gusto lang yung punuan. Di ba? So, kailangan nyo pong isipin. Ito nga, sinasabi ni Tita Kerry, nakakatuwa po, may mga kasabay ako na magfo-for good na. At napakaganda ng ngiti sa labi after 33 decades of being an OFW.
30 years.
Yan yung mga dapat nating Siyempre, it's never perfect, may aches and pains, pero kagaya ng sinasabi nga natin, ngayon pa lang kailangan ipadaman nyo na po sa kanila na hindi po kayo nakailangan na sa bawat tawag, sa bawat message, sa bawat ika nga kembot nila doon, kayo naman
Salo
kayo ng salo.
Oh.
Tapos sasabihin mo, ay lalabas pa naman kami sana ni Roy next week. Biglang humingi.
Next time na lang.
Roy, next time na lang ha.
Di ako yung nainis sa'yo.
Alam niyo yun, di ba? Sa mga ganong sitwasyon, paano yun? Di ba? Paano ho yun? Yun nga yung lagi kong sinasabi. Paano ho yun? Tapos kayo, dahil doon, syempre, yung dapat na ikakain namin ni Roy, ipadadala ko na lang yun. Ang worst part pa, siguro dinagdagan ko pa siya. Doon sa pagdagdag na yun, ito na. Ako ngayon ang kailangan magtipid, balik na naman ako sa instant noodle.
And again, instant noodles, mura, pero sodium. Tapos yan, kidney disease naman.
Kidney disease yan.
Tapos biglang, kailangan kong bumiling gamot. Extra gastos na naman.
Yun. So, lahat yan, nagro-roll over po siya. Umiikot lang po siya. So, para sa ating mga kababayan, kailangan po nating intindihin na tama na, sobra na.
Yep.
Ihinto na. So, yung too much, kailangan wag nang sobrahan pa. 'Di ba? Kung ano lang ang kaya, alam niyo po, marami naman tayong nalaman ng mga na umuwi na wala namang masyadong naitabi. Pero alam niyo, pagdating nila doon, happy naman sila. Sabi nga dito ni Norma, ako naman po 8 years old noong una siyang mag-tour dito. Halos every holiday nandito siya. Pero na-realize niya, ito anak niya yun ha, anak niya siguro to, na-realize lang na mahirap ang OFW noong 3rd year high school na. Dahil nakita niya ako na nagkukuskus, lihim daw sila na napapaiyak. Kaya nag-aral siya ng mabuti. Ayan ha. Aral siyang mabuti. Ngayon, okay na ang buhay niya. They're coming here end of August for a 2-week vacation. Kasama ng apo ko at ang son-in-law ko. Yan ha. So, merong pagkakataon talaga na kailangan isipin natin. Sobra na, tama na, ihinto na. Sabi Tita Kerry, meron naman kahapon, nakasakay ko sa MTR, 30 years na nagpapaaral pa rin at pagkatapos na raw saka siyang magfo-for good. Hay, nakakalungkot. Ayan, Hindi tayo pinapakinggan ni Tita Kerry pero lumalabas po yung
30 years siyang nagpapaaral.
Hanggang ngayon nagpapaaral pa rin.
Wow, double degree.
Hindi, baka mamaya apo na yan.
Oo, 'di ba?
Ayan ang talagang too much na.
Apo mo yun, hindi mo naman anak yun. Anak ng anak mo yun eh.
Too much na po yun. Too much na. On that note, kami po ay nagpapaalam na sa ating programa. Huwag niyo kalilimutan na tomorrow. Sabado nights. Kasama si Gemma Curves. Tama nga yung sinabi Tita Kerry. Nanonood pala si Tita Kerry. Sorry
Tita Kerry, natapos na yung show namin.
Magpaalam ka na. Magpaalam ka na, Tita Kerry. Sa bawat tanong ay may sagot. Sa bawat suliranin ay may kalutasan. Arrivederci. Babu, I love you all. Sinabi ko na para sa'yo. Okay? Sayang, nakapaglabing Leors ka sana sa aeroplano.
Ang unique siguro ng episode na yun.
Unique ng episode na yun. Grabe. Thank you very much. Maraming salamat sa
Yes.
inyo. Good night po sa inyo. You take care and keep ayun, may babu na siya. Good night po. Love you
Bye.
guys. See you.